And do not raise your voice with me again. Do we understand one another? Well, I'll tell you what, you're going to end up in the lockup in another 30 seconds. You are not going to stand there and yell at me. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Go splash some water on your face. Who do you think you are? I'm not happy. I got to tell you, top 3 most disrespectful that I've had in here in 32 years. Your name, ma'am. And your name?
Robert Thomas.
This is the one that I asked you to bring in a witness, did I not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Did you bring in the witness?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who was the witness? You can come on up here. He's from the auction, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to ask everybody to raise their right hands. How many people do I have from the auction?
2.
Can you guys come on up here? You look like you're in a closet or something. Can you move over there? You can both move over there. Give yourself some room. Your name, sir?
Jonathan Stone.
And ma'am, your name? I kind of remember this one now, but you're going to have to remind me because it's been a couple of weeks at least. Yeah. So I have Avery Thomas, Stephen Pierce, and I'm sorry, sir, your name again?
Robert Thomas.
Robert Thomas. And I think everybody waived their rights last time. In other words, I covered everything with the 2 parties, with Avery, Thomas and Stephen Pierce about you waived your right to have the case removed. You waived your right to a trial by jury. You waived your right to hire a lawyer. Correct, Mr. Pierce?
Yeah.
Correct.
Specifically me when you said that.
Well, if you're in the small claims division, I thought I went through this. Maybe I didn't.
No, it's okay. I don't even go into it.
No, I want to. You don't have to. She sued you in the small claims division. You don't have to go to small claims. If you want, you can tell me, Judge, I want to remove the case to the general civil division. You can hire a lawyer. You can appeal my decision if you don't want it. You can demand a trial by jury. If you take the case to the general civil division. If you stay here, proceeding becomes much more relaxed. You can't appeal my decision, though. You can't hire a lawyer, and you can't have a trial by jury. Do you understand that? I can't hear you.
Yes.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
I think I covered that with you guys last time. Do you waive those rights, Ms. Thomas? Do you waive those rights and wish to proceed here, Mr. Pierce?
No.
You don't waive those rights?
No.
I think I covered this with you. I'm going to go listen to the tape. If you waive the rights and now these people are in here and you're telling me you don't waive the rights.
The whole thing's stacked against me. How are you going to have the same people that are trying to defend their stuff?
You get your
Against the-
head. Get your finger right by Ms. Howard's face. That's too close. We don't do that in. You have to trust.
I don't trust none of y'all. I walked a car and it has a red light. That's as in.
Let's get something straight. Let's get something straight. You're not walking in here like some drunk and going to start talking to me like that. Let's get it straight right now. It's not happening. You act like I'm on their side. I'm not on anybody's side. I'm trying to find out what happened. I'm trying to make sure that I find the truth. Give me more credit. I've been a lawyer for 42 years. I've been a judge for 32. Don't start getting all angry and upset and pointing your fingers in people's faces. I know what you're going to tell me. You're going to tell me that the testimony they're going to offer cannot be reliable because it's self-serving for Greater Detroit. Right? That's what you're going to tell me. I'm going to figure it out.
Okay.
but don't start acting like I'm part of their team. That's ridiculous. I'm not part of anybody's team. Got it? Yes?
Yeah,
Now, do you remember waiving your rights before?
sure.
So you acknowledge that you waived your rights to go to the civil division?
Sure.
Okay, just back off. Don't get angry. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Now, I want you to start over, though, and give me, to begin with, the testimony. What you said is you purchased a vehicle from defendant at an auction for $42,0810. You said defendant lied to, can you read that to me? Your small claims affidavit. Defendant lied to something pre-existing transmission issue.
Failed to share pre-existing.
Failed to share pre-existing transmission issues. Within less than 24 hours, the transmission failed and the vehicle became undrivable. Plaintiff suffered financial damages and loss of transportation to work and school. Greater Detroit Auto Auction, you wrote down 243. Is that 54 or 04?
54.
King Road. All right. You guys work for Greater Detroit, right? Okay, now listen. I can't have people just mm-hms or uh-hs or,
Yes.
okay?
Sorry.
That's okay. Do you work for them as well, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, I think your defense was that they told you you didn't have to disclose it, was it
That's
not?
not my defense.
Okay, well, just don't get angry. Just don't get angry. I just got done telling you. I don't remember every single portion of the testimony from 2 weeks ago. Did you tell them that, and I'm talking about the auction.
Do you remember when my daughter was standing right next to me and said that she walked into the auction house when we sat to this? I don't even think this is a lady. And we said, hey, could you tell us the difference between the three lights? And they said, green light is this, yellow light is that, and red light, it could have engine or transmission problems. I said, well, it has something wrong with the transmission. The lady,
Sure.
we got to put it as a red. You didn't listen to my daughter as a lady.
Sir, you gotta calm down. Please, yo.
John, I'll tell you what, you're going to have a lot bigger problems if you don't show
I don't care about it.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're going to end up in the lockup in another 30 seconds. You are not going to stand there and yell at me. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? I'm taking a 5-minute recess. I'd suggest you go splash some cold water on your face. And do not raise your voice with me again. Do we understand one another? Go splash some water on your face. Who do you think you are? Mr. Pearson.
And sure, officers, I'll say.
Let's go back on record on Reed and Stark, 2601964. Come on up here. Look, I tried to get your name.
Sean Reed.
Your name.
Get started.
I tried to get a hold of. Well, you tried to get a hold of your lawyer, and he's not responding. Right? Right?
Yes, sir.
I don't think this is my province to handle this. I can't start intervening on cases that are pending in the circuit court.
Okay, sir.
So I'm sorry, I'm going to go ahead and dismiss the case without prejudice. You talk to your lawyer and your lawyer thinks that this is my province, then he can tell you and you can come back and refile. I think you got to go there first. I'm dismissing the case without prejudice.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good day. All right.
By the way, you're a very good judge. I just want to let you know that.
Well, thank you. I didn't act like it 5 minutes ago.
I think you did the right thing.
That's one.
Will, can you just make sure that bring Mr. Pierce back in here for me, please? I
I'll
don't,
try to calm him down. I'm doing it right now.
just tell him to calm down. Everybody, we're going to have a fair hearing.
I will.
Thank you.
I will.
Come on up here, everybody. Recalling Avery Celeste Thomas versus Stephen Pierce. Now, I want you to just stay under control, Mr. Pierce, okay? I just got done telling you I do not remember everything about the prior hearing. I don't. I remember, generally speaking, what happened. We're going to start over. Are you going to calm down?
Yes.
I don't need you yelling at me. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. Okay. I'm going to let you start. I've got everybody here. I have Ms. Thomas, Mr. Thomas. I also have Ms. Howard and Mr. Stone. All right. So you tell me again, you bring your car in, and I remember you talk about yellow, red, green. So talk to me. Go ahead and tell me. You're all under oath still.
So I bought a car from a dealership at an auction. And the car, after a couple of days, was messed up. So I talked to my wife and I told her I don't feel comfortable. I could easily put it on Facebook and bet somebody in a parking lot and letting somebody get it like that. So I told her I would take it to an auction house. When I stepped in the auction house, me and my daughter, we asked the lady at the counter.
Who was it? Is she here?
I brought her last time. She's,
No. The lady at the counter. Who was that? What was her
I
name?
don't know if it's her or not. Her, I don't think so.
Kim, she's not here.
Okay, go ahead.
I asked her, I said, could you tell me the difference between the lights? Which, by the way, don't make a difference because I've read 11 different reviews in the past 6 months on this guy's site that are 1 star from a green car that quit the very.
I don't want you to go into that right now. I just want to explain the light
I'm just
situation.
saying, sir, it doesn't mean much if they're buying green cars that are putting the difference as a red.
Just tell me what you were told.
So the lady told me a green car is something that their mechanic takes out for a test drive and declares that there's no mechanical issues. And then the yellow car, I forget what she said was for. And then she goes on the red car and she tells me a red car could have engine problems, could have transmission problems. And me and my daughter both at the same time go, yes, it's got something wrong with the transmission. She goes, oh, okay. And then I asked her if there's anything she needed me to sign. She handed me a piece of paper, told me all I needed to do was sign at the bottom. And then the lady even said that she was the lady who sits at the desk at the computer when they do the auctions and whatever. Then after the car got bought, I got a call from her asking me if there was any problems with the
So
car.
you signed saying this was a
Red
what?
light.
Red light?
Yes.
Okay.
Then I got a call after I sold the car several days later.
Do you guys dispute that at all?
I can, I just was letting him speak.
Okay, no. I just want to make sure. Okay, go ahead.
I got a call from her.
The plaintiff.
Yes. And I told her, I'm sorry about your loss, but I sold it as a red light car for a reason. Then I got a call from him.
Her dad.
He was a police officer and this wasn't going to go my way.
Her dad.
Yes. Then I called up and talked to, I think, maybe him.
Mr. Stone.
And I told him that I talked to a lady in your guys' lobby who had told me what the difference between the 3 red lights were, and that we told her that it would be a red light because we told her it had transmission. She marked it as a red light. Then he gave me an excuse that, well, some cars that come across my board are red light, but they work. And I asked him what was that excuse, and he says, well, when a creditor takes a car from somebody, all the cars run as a red light. And I'm in my head, I'm thinking, okay, but a creditor takes a car from somebody, they don't want to take a chance at having it on the road and then them selling it as a green light and it has a problem, so they mark them all as red. Because when it sells, they chase the person they took it from for the rest.
Okay,
So it's not-
hold on. Wait. Just don't get excited.
Go ahead, run with that.
Did he do this as a red car?
Yes, Your Honor, he did sell it as a red light car. This is his original contract here. And I highlighted this after he did not sign it with a highlighted. I just want to say that for the record. I didn't.
Okay, hand that up. You can hand it right to my recorder.
And I only highlighted so that way when I called him, I could quickly refer to it.
Okay.
That is a consignment form for a public seller. It's basically stating that if there are known transmission issues, it must be announced.
If the vehicle is properly functioning transmission unless otherwise listed above in announced conditions. There's nothing else announced conditions. All it says is extra key in office.
That is because when I talked to the lady at the desk, she told me that she was the lady who auctions the cars off. She's there at every auction and that she would remember. And I asked her if there was anything I needed to sign. The whole reason I found out it was a red car is because I asked her, tell me the difference. And when I told her, me and my daughter told her, it's transmission issues, which she heard. She says, okay, we got to mark it as a red car then. I said, is there anything else I need to sign? She said, it's just at the bottom right here. And I walked out. And even further on, the car blue book value was worth more than they bought it for. They should have just put a transmission in it and carried on their way. How are you going to buy a red light car and expect it to drive and work and function properly?
Okay. What else can you add, Mr. Stone?
So I had called Mr. Pierce, and I had said to him that the customer had issued the transmission, and he said that he knew that. That's why he sold it through us. Otherwise, he could have just done it himself, which I would like to think that if he did sell it on the marketplace himself, he would tell that person well. But it was more or less like he was put the burden on us. So typically when there's an issue with a vehicle like this, we do call the seller and see if they can provide some kind of assistance to help with the buyer in this case. And he was not willing to do so.
You paid $4208.10 for this, right?
Yes,
Where's the vehicle now?
I sold it through the same auction.
How much did you get?
1,609.
I have that before this one.
I'm going to also say, Your Honor,
Hold on. Did she sign a document like this?
She did, and we announced transmission issue.
Let me see.
It's okay for us this year to look.
Yeah. What else do you want to say while he's looking for that?
yeah, so I bought the car for $7,500. The very next morning, I stuck $500 into it. A week later, I rolled it over to auction and lost $4,500.
I know, but you can't pass on your losses to somebody else.
I've already just cleared to their place. That's how it got listed as a red light. Is telling the lady it had transmission problems. Now it's just hearsay. You told them hearsay last time.
Listen.
But what he's saying is hearsay if he didn't bring the lady here that I talked to.
It was not subpoenaed to come like this.
Please. You're getting way too angry. If one
Sir, I've
thing,
lost everything in the last 2 years. 3 vehicles.
Sir.
I've been outside in a truck with a blown window.
sir,
I got the truck.
Sir.
What kids does anybody here got?
sir. Settle down.
It's hard when you do the right thing and you keep getting screwed over.
Mr. Pierce, maybe you need to talk to somebody, okay? I mean, you are acting so childish right now. I can't even imagine. You came up here with piss and vigor from the very time that I called your case.
I shouldn't even be here right now.
Really? Okay. I'm glad you feel so confident about it. I want to know why did the broker fee agreement change from April 9th until June the 5th?
I'm sorry, that, what I gave you was a copy of the bill of sale for her. I do not have the her signed rules.
Well, did she sign a seller's consignment agreement / broker fee
Yes.
agreement? Where is it? Do you have it?
Okay.
Do you have that seller's consignment agreement?
No, I don't see it.
/ broker fee agreement? You have everybody execute one of these, right?
Yes.
All right, so let's find the copy that she signed. Somebody's got to find that for me.
Okay.
Call over to the office.
I left my phone in the car. I didn't know if I could bring it in. So
You can go out there. I'll wait. Have them. Where am I going to have them send it, Jennifer?
They can email it to me, Your Honor, jen@33court.com.
Jen@33court.com. Real easy. Jen, Jen @33court.com. Not 33rd District. 33court.com. I'm going to keep going while he's calling. Ms. Howard, what part did you play in this?
I received a phone call from Avery that
When?
it was, April, April 17th.
The day that she bought it?
Left. No, that was
No, she bought it on the,
the 16th.
looks like the 11th.
Well, she paid for it though on the, we give the customers a few days to
Okay,
pay. So
okay.
she paid for it on the 16th, and then she had left with the car on the 17th, and I believe it was in the morning, she had called and said that, the car wasn't running. She had drove that morning, she went to go somewhere and the car broke down, and as our policy, I told her that she would have to, take it in and get it diagnosed, which she did. And then I told her that there wasn't a lot we could do because the seller's already been paid. Sometimes in those situations, we can hold the check till they get a good diagnosis. But the timing was that happened, he picked up the check. So at this point, the only thing that you could do would be to call the seller. We give all the seller's information on all the paperwork that she signed. So she did call the seller. He then called back asking why did we give her his phone number. I did explain it is on all the paperwork, and that he just didn't want, that's why he brought it to the auction, because he didn't want any problems like that.
Because you didn't want any problems like what?
Because I could have took it and I could have sold it on Facebook and got all my money back.
How can you say that?
Because that's what people do. But
Well, one crook doesn't justify another.
I didn't crook anybody. I walked into the auction house and me and my daughter asked the lady to go through the 3 lights. When she said red light was either for an engine or transmission problems, we said it has transmission problems. The lady said, okay, I'm gonna mark it as a red light.
So you got.
And now I'm sitting here getting told that I'm trying to croak people. And you don't think this is one-sided?
Settle down.
Oh,
John, I got it. What I'm saying is you're telling me that you got essentially, that there was a fraud perpetrated on you when you bought it. And now you're saying you could have sold it on.
I bought the-
Stop. And now you're saying you could have sold it on Facebook and gotten all your money back, which means you would have had to tell people there was no problem with the vehicle. So you're not exactly making yourself look good.
My daughter sat right here and told you, she walked through the door with me and told you that she listened to the lady explain the 3 lights to us. You didn't listen to that.
Don't tell me I didn't listen. You are really, 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 I don't know what to tell you. You're not a very nice man, okay? You really are acting like a child. I'd listen to every word. Do you think with the number of cases I hear that I remember every word that was stated to me 2 weeks ago? I said that right from the beginning. I don't remember everything. And now you're saying you didn't listen to her. What an accusation to level at somebody. I don't care if I was selling fries at McDonald's. What an accusation to level at somebody. I take this seriously. Stop with your personal attacks.
Can I say what the lights?
Sure.
The green light, when the customer wants it on a green light, that means that after our mechanic, after the customer puts their deposit down on the vehicle, and this is for a green light, our mechanic would take it for a test drive. We have things that are listed as arbitration. One of the biggest things are like a lower engine noise or transmission. So that's what the green light gives the customer. The red light vehicle, we don't sell, like, they're not, all red light vehicles aren't just a bad engine or a bad transmission. It's totally up to the sellers what they want to do. We have our banks are always just automatically a red light. Banks don't have, they haven't checked out the vehicles, things like that. So it's just automatic red light. We sell donation vehicles that are just automatic red light, just because of who the seller is. And then up to anybody else, it's up to them. The red light somebody might put a red light on it because it's over 100,000 miles, or it's just, it's up to the seller. They can do the red light. The yellow light means that so you could have two lights on. You could have the red and the yellow. The yellow is always an announced condition about the vehicle, so that could be something that we found from AutoCheck, something that the seller told us. So that would be the reason why the yellow light is on. And then we would have the red light. The red light, it's a red light, and there's a yellow light because of, let's say, the transmission. So it's not just that we run red light vehicles that are just bad engines or
Right.
bad transmission.
It could be a variety of different reasons.
Right.
And I get it. Did you find it?
Yeah, they are scanning it and emailing it right now.
Perfect. Can you tell me without looking at it whether or not she signed the same document that Mr. Pierce signed?
I'm sure she did, but I haven't seen it.
Well, if you're going to defend this on the basis, I'm just telling you.
Well, it is all the same documents.
I'm just telling you. If you're going to defend this on the basis that we didn't know there was an engine problem, and Mr. Pierce signs this, and you're going to highlight that portion that you've handed up, and I'll read it into the record, that the vehicle is properly functioning transmission unless otherwise listed above in announced conditions. I'm going to trust that when she signed this, that she crossed that out or somebody crossed that out, because at that point you guys knew that there was a bad transmission.
Yes.
You can't just hide behind lawyer legalese here either and start with all these fancy words. You're going to indemnify us and hold us harmless. Well, that's all nice. But I don't care what's in writing. If somebody's perpetrating fraud, and I'm not saying you are. I'm just going to point out to you and to this young lady that if her language that she signed is the same as his, you can't come in here and say he knew, and this is in paragraph 4, and or whatever it is, paragraph 5, that the vehicle is properly functioning transmission unless otherwise listed above in announced conditions. Now, if you included bad transmission on her document, that's going to be fine, or she did. So I'm going to wait that. I'm going to get off the bench here. I'm going to wait for that document, and I'll check it out, and then I'll come out, okay? I'm going to ask you all to just be patient. Thank you.
You guys can go ahead.
You don't want
All right. Come on back up, everybody. I just want you to know she did, so I'm going to read this. Everybody's in place. On number 5, and she signed that the vehicle has properly functioning transmission unless otherwise listed above in quotes announced conditions, end quotes. I want you to see this, Mr. Pierce. Come on up and just take a look. We're under announced conditions. Why don't you tell me what it says?
I'm not interested in looking at it because I've already told you, my daughter told the lady I had transmission problems. The lady handed me the paperwork, the lady deals with the paperwork, the lady told me all I had to do was sign the bottom, and that's what we did. You didn't want to hear my daughter, you don't want.
I'm not happy. I gotta tell you, top 3 most disrespectful that I've had in here in 32 years. Who do you think you are?
I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
Well, I gotta tell you, you must do it naturally then. You're like a know-it-all. Give me that back. I'll read it to you. Announce conditions. It's a transition. Transition.
Yeah.
So that she disclosed that. You didn't. All this says under announced conditions is extra key in office. And you already slipped up once or twice, at least twice. And I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this, even though you've been belligerent. You already announced twice that you weren't going to go on Facebook. You thought you could have gone on Facebook and got what you paid for it. What does that tell me? So yeah, I stand by my words. You were the victim of a fraud and you contemplated perpetrating a fraud on others to cover your basis. We know you said check. Well, you checked red light. Nobody said you didn't check red light. I don't think they ever said you didn't check red light.
I asked the lady if there was anything else I needed to do when I signed the papers. The lady said, just sign it at the bottom. Me and my daughter looked at that lady and she read the red light. When she said red light, she said, well, red light could have engine problems or transmission problems. And my daughter said it before me. She says,
why don't you get this lady on Zoom? Is she working today?
Yes, sir.
Call her up. Get her on Zoom. You can call right from there. I'm telling you, you got to control yourself. I mean, I got to tell you, I haven't been this angry in a long time because I haven't had anybody be this disrespectful.
I need Kim on the phone, please.
What is it, John, again? 448.
415-2931.
Ask her to zoom in. 448.
Okay, so does she have the Zoom app on her phone?
Do you have Zoom on your phone? Yes, we're in court and
I would like to talk to you. You can either drive here
the judge would like to speak.
or you can zoom in.
Okay.
She need the ID?
Yeah. Yes.
Right in the middle. We're in the courtroom now. Listen, I'm getting off the bench for 5 minutes. They're going to give you the Zoom ID number. You zoom in. We're going off the record. Everybody, all of you can have a seat, and you're going to tell her the Zoom ID.
I'm going to give you the Zoom ID. Yeah.
We're back on record on Thomas versus Pierce. Ma'am, can you tell me your name, please?
My first name is Kimberly, Kimberlee. Last name is Amezcua, Amezcua.
AMEZZUA?
Correct. AMEZ as in zebra, CUA.
CUA, I wasn't sure. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God.
Yes,
You're employed at the Greater Detroit Auto Auction, correct?
correct.
What is your job title?
I am an office worker.
What are your duties?
I check in vehicles that come through, help with paperwork. Do
you know
RD-108.
Do you know this gentleman, Mr. Stephen Pierce?
He had dropped off a vehicle to sell at the auction.
Do you remember your conversation with him?
I do. He dropped off a vehicle to sell, a Ford Fusion.
Okay. And what was the content of your conversation with him?
So he had brought in a vehicle to sell. I had asked him if he wanted to sell the vehicle red light, green light. Green light means that the vehicle is in working order. Trans and engine are good. Red light being sold as is. He said he wanted to sell the vehicle green light, that the vehicle was in working order, that there was no mechanical issues, there was no trans issues, and he wanted close to $6,000.
Okay. And ultimately, though, on the agreement, he checked the red light box, correct? Or somebody did?
I did, because he wanted to sell it red light.
I thought you initially said he wanted to sell it green light.
Well, correct. And then he said he wanted to sell it as is.
All right. So what caused you to check? That's your printing, if you will, on the vehicle description, color, VIN number, sale date, and title number, correct?
Correct.
What caused you then to put check? The red light box as opposed to the green light box.
Because he said he wanted to sell it as is.
Okay. But he'd already told you that he had some transmission problems, correct?
He never said that it had transmission issues.
Never said that at all.
Transmission issues was never brought up when he brought in the vehicle. He said he had put some work into the vehicle, but he had never said that it had transmission issues. If he had mentioned transmission issues, I would have to write that down. Prior to me working in the office, I have worked in the yard for 4 years. Anytime there is a vehicle issue such as trans, mechanical, a bad engine, we have to announce that per our auction rules.
Do you have any questions of her, Mr. Pierce? I'm gonna let you ask her questions. Yeah.
Ma'am, do you remember if I was with anybody?
I believe you were with a female. I don't know her relation to you.
My daughter? Ma'am, do you remember me asking you if you can explain the three lights to me?
Yep, a red, a green, and a yellow.
You remember when you said red, you said it could have engine problems or transmission problems, at which my daughter said, yeah, it's got transmission problems. I said, yeah, we don't know what's wrong with the transmission.
Trans was never mentioned. I have a very good memory. A very good memory.
Do you have any other questions?
No.
You sure?
Why, if they're just gonna deny it?
Sir, I'm not quarreling with you.
I walked in with my.
Sir, I'm not quarreling. I just want to know if you have any other questions for her. Do you have any questions for Ms. Amesqua?
No.
Do you, sir? You said liar?
They're lying.
Okay.
My daughter was right next to me and heard the lady say, okay, then we're gonna have to mark it as a red light. After we told her it had transmission problems. The whole reason we asked her to tell us about the three issues is so we can justify it under the right light. And she can remember that I asked her, but she ain't gonna throw her company under the bus, is she?
Let me ask you a question. You said you received how much for the vehicle?
When I sold it,
Yes.
1,609.
1609,
1,690.
90 or 9?
90. 1690.
Okay. And you paid 4208, 10.
Correct.
What, how can you sue him for 6,000?
That was before I sold the vehicle.
And also, she had a receipt when the day the vehicle went down, she was able to pull into next to a service station. And, her grandfather came up there and they had tried to, flush the transmission, paid $250 at the service station, trying to, figure out if that would help the vehicle that day. So we have receipts for that and just.
The point is you don't have any other out of pocket. The only thing.
Just the $250 does not add to that.
And I only got
Slow down.
from
Slow
the
down.
auction house.
And the 250 was for what?
To flush the transmission on the vehicle.
And who was that bill from?
Now Lane. Have that.
Is there anything you want to say?
No more is there to say.
No.
No, sir.
I'm giving you every benefit of the doubt. I made them bring in this witness. I made them bring in these other witnesses. This young lady here, this Kimberly of Mesqua, seems very, very, very credible to me. On the new consignment agreement that this young lady, Ms. Thomas, signed, it clearly spells out transition. I don't believe that you ever told her, and I know you're going to disagree. I'm just telling you why I'm holding like I'm holding. I don't believe you ever told her that you had a transition. I believe from her testimony for sure that she would have told you to note that on the seller's consignment agreement, which is why I wanted to see Ms. Thomas. I don't know why you're blaming everybody else, but that's neither here nor there. The plaintiff asked for $6,000. The plaintiff paid $4208.10. $1690 was the amount that she got. So there was a differential of $2518.10 plus the $250 for $2768.10. And she is entitled to her court costs. What did you have in terms of court costs? I see on here an $80 filing fee. Did you have any other out-of-pocket expenses?
Yes, for the subpoenas
I'm sorry?
For the.
Well, tell me what they were. I need somebody to tell me. You need to tell me, young lady. It's really you.
75?
So $75 for subpoena, what? Process of service fees?
Yes.
Service of process fees, I should say. So you have 80 plus 75 for 155.
Your Honor, did you get those service fees? I'm sorry. I'm showing 3625 is what Dino filed.
Well, she said $75 in subpoena fees. Is that accurate or inaccurate? That's what I meant for service of process fees.
Let me look at the actual subpoenas. I'm showing 3625 on them, which would be
You got
$72.50.
$88 in a filing fee.
Correct.
Okay. $88 in a filing fee.
And the
What else?
subpoenas were each $36.25, so $72.50 in service fees of the subpoenas.
Is there anything else? That she has, just those two,
Just those two subpoenas and the initial filing fee is the only things I'm showing.
so according to my total, it's $2,928.60. That is the amount of judgment.
You're telling me I got 3,200 from them for selling my car, lost 4,500 when I bought my car, and now I gotta pay them 2,900?
Yeah.
I'm sorry you got defrauded. I really am.
A lot of sorries.
Listen to me, Mr. Pierce. You sound like a very angry man.
Because I know that lady's lying.
I know she's not. I've been doing this. I know she's not.
Because I'm a crook, right? That's what you just labeled me.
There are days. I'm not going to argue with you, sir. I'm so convinced I'm right on this. That's it. That's the judgment amount. You need to figure out how you're going to pay them. How are you going to pay them?
I don't know, because I was in a crash 15 months ago. I've lost a 2019 Ford Ranger. I lost a 2024 Harley Davidson, and I got a truck out there with a blown window, doesn't have AC in it, and I tried to do the right thing here, and I'm getting screwed over.
Do you work?
I can't work right now, sir. I'm physically unable to work. I broke 5 bones below my waist. My wife had to roll me outside a pit in a bucket. And the same company that you're trying to defend has 10 different 1 stars for green lights. Green lights, if they quit
I am
24
not-
hours, they're supposed to get their money back. They got 10 people complaining they ain't got a dime from them for green lights. They quit the next day.
I am not defending anybody. I'm sorry you disagree. I really am. I'm sorry you're going through that. I really am. Maybe that explains why you're so angry, but I did the right thing here as I do every day I'm walking here. Good luck. You guys are going to have to check into how you're going to collect on this, okay? So specifically you, Miss Thomas. Good luck to everybody. If you need any of these documents back, John, take them all down and see if they want.
Okay. Yeah. You got to go on there. Get your, give you your stuff.
This is David Lyle Stark, 2601964. Your name? Sir, your name?
David Stark.
All right, so did you resolve this?
Yes.
What is the resolution?
I need an order in order to get the iron rods out of the ground, and I'm all set.
You're gonna take out the iron rods?
Well, I need an order. I can't do PS's range from you now. And that was under supervision of PS. So a professional surveyor. So if I get an order for it, then I could be fine doing that. But I would need that to legally be able to remove
I can't.
I have a case pending at Third Circuit Court with the people who are trying to take our property into adverse possession. And there's a lot of conflict with
Wait a second. Wait a minute. I don't even know what happened here.
what?
I can't start ordering people to take out rods that aren't parties to the action. Tell me real quick what happened here.
Well, our property was combined without us knowing, and part of it.
Combined, what do you mean combined?
Cindy Lear combined our property when my father died, and I have it all right there.
Combined the property. How many different lots?
3 and gave 1 away.
Wait a second.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. You're gonna probably see a lot of people fighting over property levels and down there. I think it's happening a lot. It happened to somebody in Adams too, and our mayor had to give it back to them. So I'm dealing with a lot, and so the property was never divided. And this is crazy. I have it all right here, but that's a whole other situation that I'm dealing with at Third Circuit. It's going well.
Who's your lawyer at Third Circuit?
Advance law.
Advanta Law?
We spent over $50,000 on it. And we're broke. And the trial starts July 29th. And we've been doing this for 2 years. And yeah.
How can I order a party that's not to this action?
Well, the owner.
Wait, listen.
Okay.
How can I order somebody who's not a party to the action to remove iron rods? I don't know if the survey was done appropriately or not.
Judge Henson said that the survey is no good.
Well,
When I went
wait a minute.
for something.
Wait,
Okay.
you're way over.
Okay. He said they need another one.
What's that about? What kind of case is that?
It was me trespassing 2 feet on the side of my house. And she called a survey company and it was permanently closed. And the gentleman had passed away.
Ma'am, wait a second. Wait a second. Who are you suing in the Wayne County Circuit Court? To say I'm confused right now would be a gross understatement.
Well, they sued us first for adverse possession.
I don't want to know who, I need to know who they is.
Vicky and Richard Griffer that live diagonal kitty corner to our home.
They sued you for adverse possession, saying that they took over your property.
For cutting the grass and maintaining it. Right up to.
Wait a minute, wait, you got to slow down.
Sorry.
You're just going way too fast. You inherited property from your father. Is that what you said?
My mother is bedridden and she still owns it.
And how are you even in here as a party in interest?
I am on the deed as well. It's my family's home. It's been in there since 1923.
What in the world is going on?
I don't know.
Okay, so
Your Honor, I think for this part of it, that neighbor, Vicky Griffer, she's the one that hired a survey company. She hired Stanley Associates, who I worked for, to survey her property. And Vicky was issued a drawing. That's my little part of it.
and then who put the iron rods?
I did.
So wait a minute. Slow down. Vicky Griffin hires Sam and Associates to go out and survey. They survey the property. They
He did it
tell,
alone.
what?
He did it alone.
I'm the crew chief for Stanley. Sorry,
There was nobody else there. I just want to say that.
So you work for Stan.
I did, yes. So I would go out, find documentation, shoot it in with the GPS.
Oh, no, I don't need to know.
To the
I don't need, wait.
There's no meat about.
Whoa. You keep interrupting me. I'm just trying to figure out what in the world's going on here. You're suing the guy that did the work for the survey company. You didn't sue the survey company here, right?
He passed away.
a month after, or 3 weeks
Is
after.
the survey company still in the process?
No, he was the only PS. He passed away after his job.
I will say Jeffrey Forrester, who's a lawyer in Rose Hills, has a letter because he took over being a lawyer for the estate of Todd Stanley, and he did state that nobody worked for him, and that I'm not to throw him under the bus.
Well, I know, Jeff.
Can everybody just slow down?
Yes.
I don't want to make this more complicated than it is, but I'm completely lost.
Oh, it's a doozy.
So Vicky Griffer hires Stanley.
Correct.
You were working for Stanley at the time.
Correct.
She hires them to do a survey.
Yes.
The survey comes back and is completed by you on behalf of Stanley, right?
Correct. I mean, the
Wait a
drawing
minute.
and all that's Todd, but yes.
The drawing and all that is what?
Todd Stanley, the professional surveyor,
Is he the gentleman who's deceased?
he is. He issued a drawing to Vicky Griffer, which she hasn't seen, but I believe Vicky doesn't want to show her.
Yeah.
Slow down. Don't say anything, please, until I ask you to.
Seriously.
Go ahead. So he does a professional drawing. Todd Stanley does,
Mhm.
right? Yes.
Yes.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, but I'm not hearing this case yet. I'm just trying to figure out what in the world's
Right.
going on. When does he do this survey?
21, I believe.
2021?
Correct. Yes, sir.
And then you go up and put the rods on the boundary line.
Correct, sir.
And the rods, when did you do that?
Same time in 21. So the time.
Slow down. I just want you to answer my questions.
So,
Somebody accuses you of trespassing, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Vicky Griffer, right?
Yes.
Okay, you got to answer out loud. I'm just trying to figure out right now. We haven't even started this case. I want to be clear. I haven't sworn anybody in.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out what in the world's going on. So, after the survey is done and the rods are placed on there by Mr. Stark, what happens next? That's back in 2021, right? Right? Right?
Yes, sir.
You got to answer out loud. Like she can't pick up somebody going like that.
Okay.
Okay, what is the very next thing that happens?
I didn't believe that it was correct because there was no meets or bounds on the survey, and a professional surveyor and our surveyor said that it's no good. You can't put rods in the ground without maps or meets and bounds. That's just like aimlessly putting rods in the ground.
Who was your surveyor?
I have it.
Who is it?
Jerome and Company.
What? I'm sorry?
Jerome and Company in Redford.
Jerome, Jerome and Company?
Yes, they've been around since 1923.
Okay, so they thought it wasn't right. They said you can't just put in rods where there's no meets and bounds description, right?
Correct. And also, they said our property was never divided, but they went by what type rods were there.
Okay,
before they
hang
did
on,
theirs.
hang on. Your mom owns 3 lots?
Yes.
Your father passed, what's your mom's name?
Gretchen Hojaner.
How do you spell the last name?
Hojnack.
So she's still alive.
Yes, sir.
She's living in the property.
Yes, sir.
Who's on the deed?
My mother and I am now on a quick deed with her.
Was that quit claim deed signed by her?
Yes.
Was it signed by anybody else?
No.
So just you and her.
Correct.
She quit claimed the property to you after your father passed.
I'm added on.
I understand. To herself and you after your father passed.
Only 2 years ago when all this.
So back in 2024,
Yes.
mother quit claimed property to daughter, right? A quit claimed property, you guys own it as what? Tenants in common or joint tenants?
Joint tenants.
Okay. All right, now let's back up. When did this adverse possession and trespass case come up?
The trespassing came up in 2020, I believe it started, and
So you were charged with trespassing in 2020
4 times.
in this court.
Yes.
Were you ever in front of me?
Yes. The last time it was dropped because the prosecutor I won't go into all detail with that, but the prosecutor in Gibraltar dropped it for good reason.
How many years ago was the fourth case filed?
It was this year.
Can you look her up, please? All right, so you don't have that, but she claims she acquired property by adverse possession, Ms. Grifford?
Yes,
And there's a circuit court case pending in that respect?
yes,
As to who owns that extra, 2 feet, that there's this
21 feet.
21 feet?
They say they own part of our home and half of our garage dome. The whole lot. So, because they
What do you have pending in circuit court? I'm not sure why you're in here. I'm still not sure.
a quiet claim because they're trying to get adverse possession or trying suing us for a lot of money and they're not good people, I'm just gonna say that, but at any rate, this is separate because I want to get the rise out of the survey because I want a chance to go to Third Circuit Court, let that judge decide what's going on. I have been submitted in many ways, and I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to go into detail and get anybody mad or.
You've got a lawyer representing you in circuit,
Yes,
which is who again?
Advanta Law,
Advanta Law. Where are they
Mr.
located?
Zahar.
Okay, where are they located?
It's Soffit,
Okay. And that case has been ongoing for how long?
2 years.
Does he know you're in here asking me to move the rods, asking people to pay $1,000 on this? And
Yes, because it's kind of separate. Like their son stole our kayak and our birdhouse on video, and Judge Henson made him give it back to me off our properties. So it's like this is separate because it's for a quiet title over the property. It's already. I mean, they want to try to get adverse possession. You have to have a judge rule on that. They just can't say, "Oh, we're planting all these trees here, now it's mine," and now we own
but
it.
you're asking me to intervene and have somebody take rods out when there's an adverse possession claim pending in the Wayne County Circuit Court as to who owns the property, right? How can I do that?
The adverse possession claim was after the iron rods were put in the ground. How can they do that if they don't even know if they adversely possessed it yet with an order from a judge?
They filed an adverse possession claim saying that they had acquired the property from you, right?
Yes, and the property was sold on my dad's deathbed. I have it right here.
Sold to who?
They won't tell me. They won't give me the information. I have it right there. It was a 3-year arm and my dad died and they sold our property. And
I thought your mom and dad were on the property together.
they are. That's why I'm going to
Whoa.
the circuit. I have it right there. It's crazy. It's horrible. It's been a long 5 years.
That's the most recent that I could find.
So August 28 of 25, you were in front of me on that, and that case was dismissed. It was actually reduced to a civil infraction.
Oh, okay. Sorry. And get on.
Wait a minute, does anybody exist at Stanley anymore?
No, they closed right after he passed away.
I just can't understand how I can give you relief on this. Do you agree that the rods are placed in the wrong spot?
I have no idea.
How can I do this?
And then I did say that with her, I would be fine removing them if there was an order to remove those.
Ma'am, I cannot give you relief here.
What if there's no map or meeting bounds and the rods were?
Ma'am, you don't even have the property owner in there. You don't have the survey company in there. That you didn't bring in anybody. You've got a guy that worked for a company. Did you know how to do surveys?
I did.
But that wasn't your primary function.
No, as the crew chief, I collected the field data.
And then you implemented the
professional surveyor made the communications on.
So you're not qualified to do a survey. So how can I let you, how can I even allow, right? You agree with that?
Yes. Yes. And I do believe that Vicky Griffer does have a signed stamped survey for this from Stanton Associates in her possession.
She denies it. But that's,
You have the survey from Stanley, right?
yeah, I have it right there. But not the map or meets and bounds or anything like that, which has to go on it.
You have a copy of our survey drawing?
No, of the survey. And also, there's only 5 numbers on it, but he said you don't need that, but state of Michigan said you have to have 10 license number on a survey.
I just am not figuring out still.
Me neither.
Wait a minute.
Ooh, so let's see.
Sit down if you okay? You look like you're sweating. I don't want you to.
Oh, no, I'm good. Been a long 5 years.
You're welcome to sit down there if you would like. So are you, sir? Do you want to sit down?
Want to sit down? I'm gonna sit down.
I guess that.
Yeah, I don't have anything against him. I just want it straightened out at Third Circuit Court.
I don't even think you're suing the right party. All he did was go and put rods where the survey company that's no longer in existence says that the boundary was. And now you've supposedly got another surveyor who's telling you that Stanley did it wrong, and we don't have Stanley here, and we don't have representatives from Ms. Griffer here, and we don't have your lawyer here, and we don't have her lawyer here in the Wayne County Circuit Court. Let me ask you this. You're telling me that they think that they own the property now at 30500 Point Drive,
Yes, sir. Part of it.
including the garage and part of the home?
Yeah.
How does this happen? The surveyor never said that. He never described that or surveyed the property to say that was on her line. Did he?
No, the city of Gibraltar did. And they said that I can't get the information on it, that they don't know. It's not there. I have it right here.
I'm just surprised you're not relying on your lawyer to guide you through this process.
They're doing a quiet title.
Well, I got it. But you're coming in the middle of a dispute over a property line, asking me to order somebody to remove the iron rods in the place where they are. And I don't know if that's right or not.
Okay.
Or to give you damages. And I don't know if that's right or not, because I don't know whether or not the property was surveyed properly or not.
If I'm gonna have them removed, I don't want anything.
Ma'am, you're not listening. I don't have authority to give you the relief that you have. You got a case pending in circuit court, it sounds like, over all of this.
For quiet title. We have like a lot of iron rods in the ground, and Todd Stanley was never there. He's a surveyor, he never was at my house, not once.
I thought he went out and surveyed the property.
He did.
Yeah, so a professional surveyor,
Todd never did.
he doesn't need to be.
Oh, okay.
I'm not against you at all. I'm just.
I'm good.
But no, so
You just got done telling me that you're not qualified to survey property. Did you not say?
I'm not. So
Wait a minute. Now you're saying you went out and surveyed this property?
no. So what I'm saying is for most professional surveyors, this is the case. A crew chief will go out and dig up monumentation, shoot it in with a GPS unit and all that stuff. Upload that to the professional surveyor who lays it down, reviews it, and then comes up with coordinates that they program to have points set from. The drawing itself needs to be signed and stamped by a professional surveyor, which it was, and Miss Griffer is. If there was a way I could help her out, I would do it. And I know she has dealt with it.
I think you that, sir. I don't have anything against you, so.
I just don't.
Bad situation.
Slow down. I need everybody to stop talking for a second. I don't think I have any business getting involved in this. You've got this case pending in the Wayne County Circuit Court with lawyers and you're ready to go to trial. At least it's been pending for 2 years. It addresses a property line dispute and you're coming in here and asking me to trump whatever's going on there and just order somebody to remove iron rods when I don't know that that's correct or incorrect. I just can't do it.
These people come right to my home where my mom's dying in a hospital bed on our property because of those holes.
You have to address all this with your lawyer, ma'am.
I can't walk outside of my house.
Ma'am,
Okay. I tried. Okay.
you got to go to circuit court. You've been in circuit court. You're going to trial, right? I
Yeah.
bet your lawyer doesn't even know that you're here on this, does he?
Yes, he does. This is more so like damaged property for having the rods.
Would you get this guy, would you get your lawyer, see if he can zoom in?
I highly doubt it. I can't even hardly get a hold of him. He knows I went here for the kayak too.
Oh, boy. See if you can get a hold of him. You can feel free to call right there. We're going to go off the record for a second and I'll let you pay. Tell him the judge wants him to zoom in if he can.
He's a good lawyer.
Sure he is. A lot of good lawyers.
Want me to go off record?
Please.
Hi, Brian. This is Sean. I'm in court right now regarding the,
This is Mr. Zahar, right?
hi,
Mr. Zahar, would you do me a favor? This is Judge McNally.
I'm in a courtroom.
She's in a courtroom and I am so confused on this and I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. Is there a way you can zoom into this court hearing right now?
Yes, Sean Reed, Gretchen Hojanak, for the quiet title. Mr. Zahar is our lawyer. This is an assistant. No, I'm here for the survey.
All right. That's not the lawyer then, right?
Yeah.
Forget it.
Kayak and I won that.
I don't know what's going on.
Now I'm a different matter. The survey.
I was hoping you were here. You could clarify it.
Okay. He's gonna get Mo on the phone.
Okay. We'll
Okay, sorry.
stay off. Are we still off the record?
Yeah.
I should have gone out.
I'm sorry.
Go back on record.
Want her to bring the phone up?
Hello.
33rd District. Listen, this is Judge McNally.
Here.
I'm the, and I wanted to talk to the lawyer because I'm so confused on this case and I had him go off the record. So, and I asked her to call you and she did. And I was asking that if the lawyer could show up and now we're back on record. And I just want to know, can your lawyer, the lawyer handling this case, zoom in? It'll take 5 minutes. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Get the lawyer. I just want him to zoom in and I want to tell him what's going on here. This is crazy. No problem. You got this Zoom ID again.
I get it.
448-419.
I'll give it to her. Here's.
Stay on the record. Do I have somebody from Advantage One here? I'm going to call you next, okay?
That's a Zoom ID there.
let me call this now. We're going to go off the record on Reed and Stark and go on the record on Advantage 1 versus Michael Goslin, 2602120. Come on up here if you would, please. I'm so sorry. I got sidetracked, I feel like. Your name?
My name is Jamie Mestis.
Good morning to you. Is this going to be a default?
Yes.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this was over a negative checking account, true?
Yeah.
The defendant failed to appear, so I'm going to default. I'm going to enter a default judgment, but I first need to know what is owed here and what your costs are. So you prayed for, it looks like $1,448.50, right?
Yes,
Is that still the negative amount of the checking account?
yes,
And what is the cost on this? You got 37 service, $50 filing fee for a total of 87, correct?
yes.
Any other costs?
Nope.
So you got 15, 28, 15, 35, 50, right?
Yes.
I'm entering a default judgment. Defendant failed to appear. This was scheduled for 10. He was given 15 minutes. It's now 10:35. So I'm entering that default. I filled out the judgment. You can go right down the hall. My court officer will bring that down for you. Okay? Thank you very much. Have a good day. What else do I have out there?
Your Honor, just another small claims for Thomas
Where's
versus
that
Pierce.
at? Okay. I got 6 people in there. All right, let's go on. Is Stephen Pierce here? Okay, so this is a Rory. Who's it? How do you spell that? Okay, it got put in as A-R. So Avery Celeste Thomas versus Stephen Pierce, 2602432. Come on up, folks. I might have to have you sit down again when this other case is here. Comes back, I should.
Can you sue someone after buying a used car that breaks down almost immediately? That was the question at the center of this heated small claims courtroom battle. A woman claimed she purchased a vehicle through an auto auction, only to have the transmission fail less than 24 hours later. She argued that the seller knew about the transmission problem before the sale, but failed to properly disclose it. According to her lawsuit, the mechanical failure left her without reliable transportation and caused significant financial losses. The seller, however, insisted he had done everything required by the auction rules. What started as a dispute over a used car quickly became one of the most intense hearings of the day. Before the judge could even hear the evidence, tensions exploded inside the courtroom. As the judge explained the rights that both sides had previously waived by choosing small claims court, the defendant suddenly became frustrated. He accused the court of treating him unfairly and began raising his voice. The judge immediately stopped the hearing. Looking directly at the defendant, he warned him to lower his voice and stop pointing his finger toward the bench. Then came the moment that changed the atmosphere in the courtroom. The judge firmly reminded him that he had spent 42 years as a lawyer and 32 years as a judge, making it clear that no one would intimidate the court. When the defendant continued arguing, the judge called a 5-minute recess and delivered a stern warning. What happens when a defendant admits his mistakes, accepts responsibility, and shows a judge he's finally serious about changing his life? That's exactly what unfolded in this powerful courtroom hearing. The defendant had already violated the court's trust by possessing methamphetamine and even missing a previous court date. But instead of making excuses, he stood before the judge and admitted that he had made mistakes. His attorney explained that after serving a 30-day jail sanction, he immediately began working to turn his life around. He found a way to pay for a substance abuse assessment, scheduled treatment, found steady employment, and was already on probation in another case. The defense argued that adding even more probation wouldn't make the public any safer. Instead, they asked the court to impose financial penalties while allowing him to continue focusing on recovery and rebuilding his life. When the judge invited the defendant to speak, he did something many defendants struggle to do. He took full responsibility. He apologized not only for possessing methamphetamine, but also for missing his previous court appearance. He admitted that failing to show up had wasted the court's time and accepted full blame without pointing fingers at anyone else. The judge noticed the difference immediately. She told him she remembered him as someone who had always been a hard worker and said she could already see positive changes. She praised him for taking the first real steps toward sobriety by arranging his alcohol and drug assessment and